Assalamualaikum to Madam Mashita. Today our group will be presenting the significance of manners and ethics in religious practices and communities. First, I will introduce our team members. My name is RAHIMI and I am the team leader. Next is Daniel Hakim, Muhammad Adi Shami, Muhammad Arif, Wan Amma Ashraf and Abu Hurairah. For the first part, we will go into the introduction. Before that, we must know the definition of manners and also ethic. The definition of manners are polite ways of treating others and behaving in public, while ethics comprise the set of the rules and custom that govern accept behavior in particular social group or situation. For the history of manners date back 4,500 to 5,000 years ago, originating from Egypt and Babylon. The first example of manners can be found in the first code of conduct by Ptolemy, the minister of Paragraph, as an early example of manners shaping society. Why is the case study important to us? First is to highlight that religion can shape individual to enlisting good manners and high ethic. Next, to explore how different religions teach manners, moral value, and their contribution to religious practices and community well-being. We'll be also looking into the decline of manners among generations.
Next is about Islam. Islamic ethics often referred as akhlaq from the moral compass of the Muslim community. These ethical principles are deeply rooted in the relationship between creator, Khalik, which is Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, the makhluk, and among creatures themselves. Al-Quran and Hadith emphasize the importance of ethical behavior, stating that it's intrinsic to the well-being of the soul. Renowned scholars and philosophers such as Al-Farabi, Ibn Muqawai, and Al-Ghazali have defined Islamic ethics as the science of the human soul. They will encompass not only action but also the internal state of the soul. It's a practice that can be acquired through training and dedication. These ethical guidelines serve as foundation for right actions toward God, family, society, and oneself. The Quran addresses fundamentally ethical issues such as divine justice, human responsibility, and imperative of moral accountability. Islamic theology plays a significant role in shaping ethical perspective, which of ethical knowledge and the basis of moral obligation. In essence, Islamic ethics guide individuals to lead a life rooted in harmony, kindness, and rightness. This principle ensure that every aspect of life is governed by values that promote peaceful and moral integrity. A cornerstone of Islamic principle uniting individuals and communities in the pursuit of goodness.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about the manners in Buddhism. Buddhism is a very ancient religion and also different from other prevailing faiths. The most important belief is there is no existence of a divine character or God in this belief. In the article by Konakparan Borua published in 2023, it has been illustrated that Buddhism promotes moral reasoning and critical thinking while guiding the whole humanity towards peace. Buddhism seeks to eliminate the evil characteristics of a human nature by emphasizing kindness, helpfulness, and collaboration. Buddhism is portrayed as a unifying ideology that opposes division based on factors like caste or race, promoting the equality. In Buddhism, there are 4 noble truths, and this human life is seen as suffering. The way to get rid of this suffering is called attaining nirvana, which can be done by following the Eightfold Path. And this path includes values like moderation, patience, tolerance, and non-violence, with a focus on peaceful coexistence of the humanity. Compassion is highlighted as a means to resolve conflicts, promoting non-violence and tolerance. A Buddhist believes in love and kindness for everyone and everything surrounding, with an understanding of living in harmony with nature and others. If the teaching of Buddhism can be implemented in human character, This could lead to more compassionate and tolerant human behavior. So ultimately, the Buddhism put a great emphasis on human manners and character. Now I will talk about the behavioral standards in Christianity. Christianity is one of the Abrahamic faiths like Judaism and Islam. Christians believe Jesus is a son of God. In the article by Joseph Cash in 2018, it explores the role of rules and behavioral standards in Christianity. The duty of Christians is to proclaim and teach Jesus' commands, not only for salvation and condemnation, but also as instructions from the Son of God. Christianity emphasizes the importance of confession and seeking forgiveness from God, who is supremely merciful. There are various commands in the Bible that provide guidance for Christian living, promoting kindness, patience, gratitude, and avoidance of evil. These commands aim to lead people towards ethical behavior and manners that benefit the whole society. The article points out that disobedience within the Christian community may lead to social disturbance. Christianity gives importance to compassion and selflessness, with an emphasis on the Spirit guiding believers toward this virtue. Following prescribed virtue will lead more well-mannered individual, which ultimately lead to a better world. The importance of leading a life characterized by faith, love, compassion, tolerance, and obedience under the guidance of the Spirit of God, acknowledging the authority of Jesus Christ over all laws, is very crucial. Here we can see anyone's manner and etiquette is very crucial in Christianity under the guidance of Jesus Christ.
Okay, next we are going to look at Hinduism. So basically Hinduism has a concept called Dharma. So basically Dharma is a complex concept that encompasses one's duties and obligation in life. So they are basically behaviors that are in accord with Rita, which is the orders and custom that make life and universe possible. So the manners and etiquette in Hinduism is seen as one way to fulfill one's Dharma. So the four key aspects in Hinduism are respect for elders, hospitality, modesty, and purity. So for the respect for elders, so the elders are seen as repositories of wisdom and experience, and they are treated with deference. So this respect is shown through a variety of means, such as using respectful language, addressing elders by their titles, and giving them precedence in social situations. For the hospitality, they are known for their warm and welcoming nature. So the guests are treated with great respect and are offered food and drink as a gesture of goodwill. The third one, which is modesty. So the Hindus are generally modest in their dress and behavior. So this is seen as a sign of respect for oneself and the others. Last but not least, which is the purity. They place a high value on purity, both physical and spiritual. So this is reflected in their manners and etiquette, such as the practice of bathing before meals and religious rituals. The last one, which is the importance. So basically the importance, which is they want to create a harmonious and orderly society. And going back to the basic, the manners and etiquette enables them to live a life in line with the Dharma. Okay, that's it for the Hinduism.
For our research methodology and design, we use survey-based data gathering approach to collect data from our specific target of audience. More specifically, we use online survey via Google Form for various reasons. Firstly, it is easy to collect and store data in our digital database. Secondly, the responses are stored in real time. And thirdly, the survey is able to reach a wider and more varied audience compared to paper survey. So, we use 30 respondents as our minimum sample size to collect data from. The survey consists of both structured and unstructured question. Structured consists of MCQ, multiple choice question, and the unstructured one consists of open-ended question. The MCQ consists of the same set of options to reduce ambiguity by providing a consistent format for all responders. While the open-ended question, where we ask.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Adi Shahmi and I will be presenting about the data analysis part. Okay, so we have conducted the survey and around 30 UTB students from various religions have answered it. The reason we conduct the survey is firstly to obtain the respondent thought on the teaching of manners in their religion. Secondly, to know the relationship between their religion and manners based on their point of view. Does both related to each other or not? Okay. Thirdly, we want to know, does the respondent notice the lack of manners among the generation? And does it have connection with religion and manners? And lastly, we want to understand the respondent on how to obtain harmony community. Okay. So all in all, we found that yes, manners and religion are related. Most of the respondents agree on that, because obviously in every religion there's a teaching to do good to each others, to respect each others, and don't do anything bad to each others, otherwise there will be a consequences. Okay, so what about the lack of manners in the generation? Okay, based on the survey, they believe that the people with lack of manners tend to take their religion for granted. They don't even care about the teaching, so that they don't even care about the consequences that they will get. This is because actually they don't believe. They don't believe. They don't take it seriously. They have become a slave to the world. They just do everything that benefit them in the world, so that they have urge to steal, to lying. Being corrupt is also a part of it. Okay, so guys, when you believe in your religion, make sure you follow the teaching seriously and don't take it for granted, so that you will have manner. When you have manner, you will avoid yourself from doing bad things. Thus, you will contribute to a harmony community.
Next, for the last part of the case study. For the conclusion, we can see that respective faiths emphasize good behavior, kindness and respect for elders, contributing to the self-development of well-mannered citizens. We must also acknowledge the impact of religion on forming good manners and highlight the importance of learning manners from the community as well. The decline in manners among younger generation attributed partly to the changes societal norms and technological norms. The suggestion to prevent the situation to be worsened is to promote religious tolerance, moral value and teaching good manners among the community. Addressing concern about the decline in manners among younger generation and provide educational among manners in the generation itself. The limitation or the disadvantages of this case study is the research was conducted within a university community, which not may reflect the broader societal trends. The study focused on relationship between religion and manners and does not account any external factors that could influence the behavior. The sample size was also relatively small. There is only 30 people for the case study. Lastly, the case study only relies on self-reported data, which may be subjected to response bias.